Hi guys! Don't mind my appearance. I'm not feeling the best. Got a little bit of a sore throat. I say a little bit. Every time I swallow, it literally feels like razor blades. Don't feel 100%. Don't mind my icky skin or my hair. But I'm here. I've made it. It doesn't say anyone's here, so I hope people are here and it's just a bit delayed, a bit laggy. But we are here for the third full week and last full week of Magical Hopathon, round 4. I can't believe we're like on the home stretch now. We have all of this week and then the last couple of days of July next week, which is crazy. I'm really concerned because it says like no one's here. And I don't like talking to no one. So I'm just going to check my YouTube and just make sure that there are people here. And there you go. Okay, it does. It just took ages for StreamYard to catch up. But yeah, we're into the last full week of Magical Hopathon round 4, which is mental because I feel like I've been planning this round for so long and now it's like actually flying by. But I'm glad it's flying by because I'm basically going to Disney in 40 days tomorrow, which is like so exciting because I knew the reason that I was hosting this round in July was that when it finished I'd only be a month away from going to Disney again. So the fact that like this readathon's almost over, yes, it's sad, but for me that's also very exciting because it means I'm like a whole month closer to actually going to Disney myself. But yeah, last full week. I'm not on my last park yet. I should be. You'll find out that whole saga in tomorrow's weekly vlog from last week, but I'm still in Animal Kingdom. I have one book left to read in Animal Kingdom. This is for my attraction for Flight of Passage. I didn't read anything yesterday. I've been quite consistent this entire month. I've read at least 10 pages, I will say, a day, at least. I've read something. Yesterday was the first day that I didn't read anything, and that's because of my cold. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. Also, don't mind my skin. My skin is awful at the minute. But I did read some of this on Saturday. I got 40 pages into it. I will not be finishing this evening. If I do, I'll be blown out of the water. I'll be very impressed with myself, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So we'll see. As far as I can get to, I'll be happy with, because obviously I didn't read anything yesterday. So as much as I can read today, I'll be grateful because I would like to get this book finished at least tomorrow. I haven't started my weekly vlog. I feel really chaotic today, so this could be a really chaotic live show. I will get to the comments in a second. I haven't started my vlog for this week yet. But what I did do, I've got a sore throat pasta in my throat, in my mouth, by the way, as well. See? Chaos. Chaos. I calculated that if I wanted to finish Animal Kingdom and get all of Epcot done this week, leaving the latter half, like the beginning of next week and like the last few days of the month, kind of clear and stress-free for myself, I would have to read 205 pages a day this week. Like, it's doable, but I don't know if I want to put that much pressure on myself. So if we can read 205 pages of today, I'm technically going to be on track to finishing 4 books this week. Because Epcot, there's 3 books. And then maybe next week, which was the whole kind of like plan in the first place. I never said it in my TBR video because I didn't want to get too kind of excited. But the plan was to finish Epcot by the end of this week. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, the last 3 days of July, I was going to hop back over to Magic Kingdom and do the Happily Ever After prompt, because that's how I always end all of my Disney trips, is with watching the Magic Kingdom fireworks show. So I would love to be able to do that. So if I can read 205 pages a day this week, do I make it a challenge right now to read 205 pages a day this week? You guys can decide for me. Vote in the comments while I go through the comments. I really don't want to do this live tonight. I'm not feeling the best, but when I saw Chloe's comment come through, I was like, okay, I'm here for it. I'm not cancelling these sprints. I'm going to stay. I'm going to help everyone else read, even though I'm feeling like shit. This comment just made me smile. So I hope you enjoyed your bath and you feel all cozy and you're ready to read, because I certainly am. If I'm not on camera during these sprints, just know it's because I've gone downstairs to read with Mark or something for 45 minutes, and then I'll come back up here and chat with you, etc. Chloe is reading The Therapist #2 by Dr. Harper, currently on page 46 out of 160, so I want to get it done very quickly. I feel like you might be able to get that done in the first like 2 sprints. Fingers crossed. Paula is here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm reading Fake the Game by Julia Jarrett. Baseball romance. Nice. I've got 1.5 hours left, so hopefully I'll get that completed in these sprints. I think you will. Hello, hello. I am eating dinner, so I'll be a bit on and off. That's absolutely fine. Thank you for joining nevertheless. We got a Z. Hello, hello, hello. We got a Sammy. We got a Marlene. Got Kayla. Got a Miki. We've got an Emma. We've got a Paige. Oh my god, everyone's here. I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, I didn't want to do the sprints, but already I'm feeling 100 times better. So I have 3 books for these weeks. Oh, I have 3 books for this week, and When is Rome is 1. Oh, exciting! Have you started it yet? My second 5-star out of 3 5-stars so far this year was Practice Makes Perfect, which is the second book in this kind of companion romance series. The third one is actually coming out really soon. I didn't even realize, so I'm excited. I can't say whether it's going to be a 5-star or not yet because I'm literally 40 pages in. We're not reading anything yesterday. I can't really remember what happened because I read this at 9 o'clock at night. So hopefully, once I get my teeth properly into it this evening, I can decide whether I actually think it's going to be 5-star or not. Bear with me if I'm coughing or anything throughout this. There were 2 books I want to finish. Felix Ever After and Book Lovers. I really enjoyed Felix Ever After when I read it, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'm personally not a massive Emily Henry fan, so I haven't read Book Lovers, but I hope you enjoy it nevertheless. I changed out my TBR last week so I can make it. You've got this. I believe in everyone here. I keep adding to my TBR, so I'm probably not going to make it. That's absolutely fine. I feel like the whole point of this readathon is to just get the Disney magic, but the mini goal is just to visit one park and complete a prompt within each of the park. Complete each prompt at least once within that one park. So anyone who's done more than one park, you've had a very successful readathon. If you're still in your first park, you still have a week and a little bit to complete the readathon technically. But we're all here just to have fun. So, well, I am now because I'm into it now. Mark said this when I was helping him dry up. I was like, I don't want to go live. I don't feel that great. He goes, you'll enjoy it when you're there. And guess what? 7 minutes in, I'm enjoying it. So you're all good. You're all good. Everyone in the chat, hey, there's so many of you here. I really appreciate it. I'm working on my park entry with a reread of This Is How You Lose a Time War. Ooh, nice, exciting. That's a really short book, isn't it? I hope you enjoy it. We got an Emily. Oh, it is indeed. We should do a 3-way live show because I feel like we have a service for this community and we need to bring back 2020 booktube peak because I miss those days. Oh my god, Chloe, I was going through my pictures and videos to try and declutter my phone ahead of Disney yesterday, so I've been deleting loads of photos and videos that I don't really need anymore, but I was going back through the year of 2020 and I have a recording of a really chaotic live show with you in India, and oh my god, I was just that was peak booktube. Where is that gone? Oh, I miss it. I miss the community feel of everyone just being stuck in their houses, yeah, for a really shit situation, but it brought me some of my best friends. It brought me this whole community. I really appreciate that time of my life. So I feel like I'm also coming onto my period. So if I'm getting emotional, that may be why. Yeah. If anyone's read How to Lose Time War, let me know. So I feel like it's not really a book for me, but I tried getting you on my TV, but the Wi-Fi's down. That is fine. I don't need to be that big. I've got a really ugly spot on my cheek. I don't need to be TV screen size. Loved When in Rome, but Practice Perfect was my fave of the 2. That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm really scared of. I'm really scared that because I've read Practice Make Perfect first, I'm going to be disappointed in this one. But then Rachel Catherine, the Australian kind of booktuber, YouTuber, I would say she's not really a booktuber because she didn't do booktube content and then she started doing booktube content, and I'm a little salty, but I love her, so the grudge has kind of disappeared. She read this one first, loved it, and then read Practice Makes Perfect and didn't enjoy it as much. So I'm everyone's different. It'll be fine. I don't know what that was about, but I'm glad you're excited. Woo! but can't wait. Have you read Practice Makes Perfect? Let me know, because if you haven't read Practice Makes Perfect, that one has my heart. Will, oh my god, I still think about him daily. Not daily, maybe weekly. It's confusing but beautiful. Still the same on reread. Had an interesting turn in my evening, so now I'm all yours. Well, I hope you're okay. Thank you for joining. Hopefully we can keep you company. So far, only one book I've read was on my TBR. Everything else has changed to count for my arts this month that I forgot about. That's absolutely fine. I watched a readathon announcement video for August. If anyone watches Becca Books and Bujo and watches her TBR game, Deck of TBR, which I absolutely love, by the way, all of August, she's hosting a readathon based on her TBR game. And I'm like, I can't partake in another readathon month long before I go on holiday. And also, like, I'm burning myself out reading for my own readathon. I don't need to burn myself out doing a whole nother readathon, but it sounds like so much fun. So I've kind of signed up because it's team based, but I don't know whether I should do it or not. I'm going to make dinner during the first written and finish my audiobook for Epcot. Nice. That's one thing, because I've left Epcot till last, whereas last time we did the Walt Disney World edition, I saved Magic Kingdom till last, which kind of kept me going because I knew that there was no way that I wasn't not going to visit Magic Kingdom, whereas I don't really like Epcot apart from riding Guardians. So there's no like enticement for me to try and make it to Epcot because I'd rather stay in Animal Kingdom than get over across to Epcot. If you like think about it realistically. Excuse me. We'll be reading Law of the Wilds for Big Thunder Mountain tonight. I'm very excited. I'm excited for my favourite ride. Exciting. To be fair, this is my favourite ride, so we should be in for a good time. Yes, we need to bring back 2020 Butchery because it was like the best. Just going through my entire camera roll of 2020 was like a whirlwind of like selfies, dinners that my dad had cooked because if you didn't know, my parents are both chefs. So when lockdown was announced, my dad was the head of the kitchen in his restaurant in London. So they went in and basically cleared out all the fridges and freezers because they didn't know when they were going to be back. So we had some fancy restaurant quality food for the first like 4 months of lockdown. It was epic. Like I was living the high life, not gonna lie. Because obviously my health as well, I had to like stay indoors. I was like reading 15 books a month. I was going live with the best people. I was eating some good food and I was working from home. Like I know for some people it was a really bad time, but for me personally, I kind of miss it. So yes, I know. Oh, I always try and watch at least one Disney movie when you host these readathons, and I kind of almost forgot about it this time. Inside Out is playing, so I went to see that one last week. Did you enjoy it? Because I think I prefer it to one. I love the new emotions, but I didn't really feel like the boredom one and nostalgia didn't really need to be in there, but anxiety and embarrassment were great. I didn't even really think envy needs to be in there, but hey, if you want to round out the team, that's fine. But I think I preferred it. The only thing I preferred about number one was the presence of Bing Bong. I need to get back to my booktube channel and I need a new computer first so I can actually edit videos, but I miss making videos. I would love for you to make videos. I only feel like we've like connected this last month because of this readathon. But you seem like a really cool, genuine person who loves Disney and books, so I'm always down for it. And if you decide to start making videos again, I will 100% watch. It was an awful time, but at least I got my butchery besties out of it. Exactly. I remember hopping onto your sprints. Didn't really know. I liked watching your weekly vlogs. I didn't really connect you beforehand. Watched one of your sprints, and like there was like no one really there, and we just had like the best time. And I think from then on, our friendship kind of like blossomed. It was great. Oh, love the idea of watching Disney films. It's really fun going along with Inside Out too. It's been so good. Hey, maybe next time I'll do a movie-based Disney-themed readathon. Maybe, I don't know. I just like the parks too much. Getting back into reading Twilight Territory by Andrew X. Pham. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna cough. Me too. Oh, why does adulting have to get in the way of reading? That is the downside. I did really love it. For me, jealousy and envy were a bit unnecessary. Other than that, it was great. I agree. Excuse me. You are so welcome. I think I met Chloe after you were selling books on Twitter or something, and then Rachel was via sprints. I definitely think me and you were via sprints for sure, which is like, where are these sprints gone? Oh, like everyone in that clip I was talking about, everyone was there, like Steph, Molly, like everyone was there. It was like a wild time. Hey, you never know. I was saying to Mark, I don't think I put myself through another intense round of Magical Hopathon next year, because I've done one every single year since I started hosting in 2021. And he was like, why don't you switch it up? And hey, a movie-based one might be the way to go. I don't know. But with that being said, we've been talking for 15 minutes already. I think we should have a look at the park maps. I think that was the one. I'm going to send you the clip. I'm pretty sure that was the one that I had, because I don't know why, otherwise I would have been recording it, because the sprint was on my laptop and I was recording on my phone. So why'd I be recording a random sprint on my phone if it wasn't for a big milestone? I feel like it was that sprint. But I will send it to you in the sprint. Can I say sprint more than once? What ride / park do you guys want to visit? I feel like Magic Kingdom. I'm feeling like a Magic Kingdom vibe. There's some good ride times in Magic Kingdom right now. You're not going to be able to see that, but you got to trust me. We have a 40-minute wait, because I know Paige is doing Big Thunder Mountain. We've got a 40-minute wait for Big Thunder. We've got 35 for Pirates, 45 for Jungle Cruise, 45 for Haunted Mansion, 45 for It's a Small World. Wait, oh my god. I think Peter Pan's down, because for a minute I thought it said 15 minutes. There's no time for Peter Pan. Oh, is Peter Pan currently down for refill? I think it might be. Wow. Controversy. I don't care. 80 minutes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Space is down. Space is currently down. 35 for Speedway. I think, hey, I don't mind what we do. I'm happy with 45 or a 40. So I'm kind of vibing towards, like, is that a you want to do 80 minutes or a, oh my god, 80 minutes? Because I don't know if I can do an hour and 10-minute sprint. Okay. Okay. Phew. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, because, oh, it's just gone down to 35. Because Paige is doing Big Thunder Mountain, I'm feeling, which are both at the same time now, 35. So shall we do Jungle Cruise at 35? Kind of vibing with Pirates of Big Thunder for the vibes. Okay. Jungle Cruise is 45. Everyone's kind of vibing with 35. So shall we do Big Thunder? And then in the next sprint, you guys need to let me know what prompts you're completing, and we can see what, if you're doing attractions, what the queue times are like. But because Paige is doing Big Thunder, we should do Big Thunder. So Big Thunder is 35. That's actually a nice, good sprint to start off with, actually. Let me get the timer going. I am still here, don't you worry. I haven't gone anywhere. I know you can probably still see me, actually. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I need to get the screen. I need to get the screen going. If you weren't here at the beginning, I said that I will turn my camera off when we're sprinting, and I'll probably go downstairs and read with Mark, or read somewhere comfier than my desk, because I'm not feeling 100%, but don't worry, I will be reading. I'll be here with you. 35 is our first sprint, and I'll see you in 35 minutes. Hello, how did we all do in that first sprint? I didn't do as well as I thought because I was faffing around and then got distracted and, you know, the usual. I still haven't started my vlog for this week yet, which I probably should do in the next sprint because that was what I was going to do. And then I did actually sit down and read. And I got to page 64. So I started on 37, 47, 57, like just under 30 pages, which isn't great seeing as I'm trying to read 205 pages a day this week. But we'll get there. It's really quick to read when I actually start reading, but I'm just getting distracted. And yeah, I ate some chocolate. I spoke with Mark. I cleaned my trainers because I went for a walk this morning before work and I went through a field and my shoes got very muddy. So I cleaned those. So like I was productive, but I need to prioritize reading. Like we're on to the last week of the readathon. I need to read. So yeah, let me know how you all did. I hope you all did better than me because I kind of failed. 47 pages. I made myself some pasta. Nice. Yummy, yummy. I've got meatballs and pasta on Thursday for dinner. I'm very excited. Today I had fish cakes. Tomorrow I've got chicken fajitas. Wednesday at my mum's. Thursday it's meatballs. And Friday it's pizza and garlic bread before we go see Deadpool and Wolverine. And then we haven't decided Saturday yet, but I think it's chicken korma curry. And I'm not sure on Sunday. But yeah, lots of yummy food this week. I had breakfast and read one chapter. Nice. What did you have for breakfast? Ooh, I'll be intrigued. Read about 20 pages, got so distracted. Me too. 52 pages. Did you say what you were reading, Emily? I don't know if I want to go up all the way to the top. What are you reading? I don't think you've told me. You haven't told me what you're reading. What are you reading? What have you read 52 pages of? Because that's impressive in a 35-minute sprint. Read a couple chapters and realized I need to post some reviews on Goodreads. I was so good at doing that at the beginning of the year. And I was so good at updating my Instagram stories with the links and everything. And I'm just like, sometimes there's too much to do. I really wish I was like the kind of person that could keep on top of stuff like that. But I'm just not. 30 pages. And then I also got distracted. We're all getting distracted. That's why I'm doing these sprints, because otherwise I don't think I'd actually read tonight. Got 11% in. It's okay, not my favorite. Hopefully it picks up a little bit. I read 40 pages of How to Lose the Time War. I was like, I know what you're reading. I know what you're reading. Making my way to the entry queue. Nice. Hey, it was impressive and it made my brain work. I had to use my brain power for that. Got through 60 pages. 60 pages in 35 minutes. I'm sorry, but Paige, that's impressive. I thought Emily was impressive, like 50 something, but 60? Yay! You finished your audiobook. Amazing. That was your German non-fiction, wasn't it? Did you enjoy it? I don't blame you, Marlene. I really, really don't. I got 12 pages read of How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. Why is everyone reading books with really long titles? So your acronym can be HTBTDR. No. DLADR. If you want. Or you can just keep typing that password, that title in. My brain's going. Finish the last 70 pages. Why is everyone reading so quickly? Like, congrats, guys, but save some for the rest of us. Here are my little, like, 27 pages. Frozen cola snack with actual cola beside me. Nice, that's so much fun. I read Malibu Rising. Did you enjoy it? I thought that book was gonna be 5-star for the first like 50%, and then the last like half just really dimmed it for me, and it turned out to be a 3. Tomorrow I'm having spaghetti and meatballs. Hey, similar to me on Thursday. Wednesday I'll be eating out with Kayla in Nottingham. Thursday is trying to favourite Victoria in Bristol. Now that sounds like a good week of food as well. Nice. Is that the book you got when we went to Waterstones? Because you picked up an Agatha Christie then, didn't you? Love some. I've never read. That's a lie. I've read And Then There Were None. Yeah, as an audiobook, like in 2015. So like, I feel like I can say that I haven't really read any Agatha Christie. It's a big font. I don't care. 60 pages sounds impressive. Yes, it was. It was really good. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and say that because I feel like I'm going to get confused. IATAMPIILWAP. There you go. That's what you're reading, and I hope you're enjoying it. I had spaghetti meatballs last week. What's that everyone having spaghetti meatballs? It's a banging dish, and Mark makes the best meatballs. So I'm very excited to have them on Thursday. Excuse me. That's incredible. Which ones have you read then? So Malibu Rising. If you haven't read After I Do, that's my personal favourite of Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you've watched my unhaul, you'll know that I've recently unhauled 7 Husbands. Sorry, Chloe. So the only Taylor Jenkins Reid books that I've still got on my shelves since my unhaul is Malibu Rising and After I Do, because Malibu Rising I want to reread again at some point because it's one of the books I did for my reading books set in 24 hours across 24-hour videos I used to do. I don't think I'm ever going to do those again because I don't have the time anymore, but they were fun while I lasted. I did 3 of them. Malibu Rising was one of them. And I loved the first half, but I think because at that point I was literally having to read the chapters at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I was just getting a bit done. So I'd love to revisit that book and see if I feel any different. But After I Do, that is a book for me. Character development, character exploration, about love. Perfect. I think I picked this one up when we went book shopping together like last July. Yes! When I picked up 7 Year Slip. I remember that. I vlogged it. Yay. Vlogging helps my memory because I'm such a visual person. So if I know that it's been in a vlog, I can like think back to the time. It's the same why I scrapbook and why I doodle in my bullet journal and stuff, is because I remember days better if I have pictures to go alongside them. I like this in my bullet journal. This is like a doodle a day. So I kind of can remember what I did on those days because I've got a doodle to correlate to that day, if that makes sense. It's the same with vlogs. So I do remember that day. You can't go wrong with cereal. My favourite cereal at the minute is Fruit and Fibre. Love a bit of Fruit and Fibre. But if I had chocolate cereal in the house, that would be my go-to. I love Wheatos, Cocoa Pops, Crave, Cookie Crisp. I love it all. One True Loves. Is that the plain one? I think it is, isn't it? I enjoyed that one, but I felt like I had such high expectations for it. It just felt a little bit lackluster for me. I really enjoyed that book, Chloe. I just don't need to keep it. And I know you gifted it to me. And I always feel really bad getting rid of gifts. But I have come to the realization now that my bookcases, for me, aren't going to be a trophy of every single book I've ever read. That used to be my goal. But now with realizing that books take up a lot of space, that this room needs to be a different room soon, hopefully, I need to cut back. And now I've got a Kindle as well. There isn't really any reason that I need to keep buying physical books. So I'm really going to try and cut back on my book buying for the second half of the year and see how I do in terms of like physical book buying. I'll still buy books on my Kindle and stuff. I think that'll just be my like go-to way to buy books now. We'll see. Yeah, I know. I do. And yeah, it's going to be really difficult when I have to cut this collection down again, because I have to shrink everything down to one shelf. One shelf. One shelf. I'd rather have my spin bike and sacrifice my books. Just saying. That's why I have to shrink it down to one. I need to go back to the comments. Here. Oh, I haven't read that one. We'll read it next. I read Evelyn Hugo, Daisy Jones, Evidence of the Affair. Oh, I haven't heard that one. And then this one. Which is your favourite out of all of those, though? Because obviously my favourite out of the ones I read, which is Malibu Rising, 7 Husbands, One True Loves, and After I Do. After I Do is my favourite. Follow closely with 7 Husbands, Malibu Rising, and then One True Love. Sorry, Chloe. Yeah, I could tell. I know that about you, Emily. Is 100% Daisy Jones. Yes, it's so good. That's why I love her book so much. Is the character development. And I just think after I do, seeing as it's like mainly a romance as well, and it follows three characters following three different perspectives on love. So good. I need to reread it. I really enjoyed the audiobook to Daisy Jones. Also, I've also read Daisy Jones, so I think I've read 5 of her books then. Yeah. I love hearing I haven't even read 2 favourite of people's here. Yeah, you've got a lot of good things to come. It is when I have something to doodle. I always try and think of something to doodle. Like the other day, I was in work and it was really sunny, so I had a clippo with one of my work colleagues. So that's kind of what I do that day. So it can be like the tiniest thing, and it'll just kind of let me remember about the entire day. It's really fun. I was supposed to read Malibu Rising and Carrie Soto. That's one book I haven't read. It's back during the weekend. My library took the books back. How inconsiderate of them. Yeah, I really like the concept, but just felt a little bit flat. I know. It's for the greater good. It's why I did a massive unhaul. I feel like if I steadily decrease my books, it won't seem like too much of a massive task. But I also do feel like when I like purge these bookcases again, it's going to be a case of 2 piles. Which books do I want to keep on my one shelf, and which books do I want to keep but put in the loft? I don't think it'll be a case of like unhauling them completely. It'll be a case of prioritizing which ones I still want to display against which ones I want to keep but just put in the loft. That's kind of like, I know guys, but like I gotta keep my spin bike and the baby's gonna have to live somewhere. This is all very hypothetical, but yeah, between you and me, potentially next year. So it's gonna come around soon. I don't know. I don't know. Yay! One shelf is a crazy goal, especially because some of these books are also Marks, and the shelves also where we display Mark's Lego. So yeah, and also I really like my Winnie the Pooh shrine. So I don't know what's going to happen to him and Eeyore because they're so cute. They're not going in the loft. They're not going in the loft. So like, maybe I can try and persuade Mark to keep like the small shelf and one big shelf. I don't know. It's going to be tricky, but like I guess for the greater good, it'll be worth it. I may have to dip out the next sprint to run to the new flat, but hopefully it won't be gone too long. That's absolutely fine. Hope everything's going well. We'll start next sprint when we get to the end of these comments. Hopefully it is. Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly. But then I also feel like if they go in the loft and I don't think about them again, they might as well just get unhauled. I don't know. It's going to be a brutal process, and I'm sure I'll vlog it. No, Chloe, I don't blame you. This is the thing. I feel like it's going to be a case of putting them in the loft, and then when we move house and I have space to display all these books again, I'll be like really excited to be like, oh yeah, I love this book, but do I need to keep it? I don't know. I'm in like this kind of like minimalistic stage in my life, and I'm just like, I don't really need to keep. Excuse me. Need to keep loads of books, and because I'm going to cough to death in a minute, let's start the next sprint. I get that. Yay, my medicine's arrived. I ordered medicine on Amazon Prime this morning for my cough, and it's just arrived. So in the next sprint, I'll be dosing up on medicine. Let's look at Magic Kingdom, or do you want to go to a different park? Let's have a look at Animal, seeing as I'm in Animal, and I'm doing Flight of Passage. And Flight of Passage is 80 minutes. 18 minutes, sorry if you didn't understand me from my cough. Another River Journey is 55. Dinosaur is a 45. Everest is a 30. Cali Ripper Rapids is a 50. Safari is 15. So I kind of would rule out 15 minutes just because I feel like we all want to get our teeth into our books. So I'm happy to do a 55. That'll bring us up to 20 to 9. So I'm not sure we'll be able to do another sprint if we do an hour-long one. Excuse me. Or we can do Dinosaur, which is at 45, and then try and squeeze in another small one. That would be like my preference, but let me know what you think. in the chat while I try and soothe my throat. $20 minutes, 20 minutes. 45 sounds good as a 20-minute drive for me each way, so that could be back in time. I vote dinosaur, then your preference. Oh, thanks, guys. 45 will be perfect. It's the most standard readathon time, and it just makes sense that dinosaur's at 45. So let's do 45. Let's get the timer going again. Hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done in this 45-minute sprint, and I hope you all do as well. But I will see you in 45 minutes. That sound is so peaceful every time. I'm like, oh, I could go to sleep. I am getting tired, so we'll chat for a little bit. We'll do one last small sprint, like half hour or less, and then I'll sign off because I'm not feeling 100%. If you couldn't tell, I've really gone into like, I shouldn't be on camera mode, but here I am. Let me know how much you all read in that sprint. I read up to page 96. I read about 40 pages in that sprint. Probably less than actually because I started on 67. But hey, I'm going to say 40. Let's round up to 40. But I'm happy to be almost at the 100-page mark. I've read 70 pages in total today. So like that's way better than yesterday. Yay. I am enjoying it. So now the sisters have got a part in this story. I'm really enjoying it because what I loved most, I loved Annie and Will in Practice Makes Perfect. I absolutely loved the romance. But like the whole reason I love the book as a whole is because I love the family dynamic in the sisters. And the sisters have now reappeared in this one as well. And Annie is playing quite a big part in it. So like it's just really nice to be back in a world where I know the characters and I have such a fond feeling of them. So yeah, I'm enjoying it for sure. I don't have a vibe of like rating yet. And usually if it's a 5-star, I usually have that sort of feeling by now, but hey, who knows? So I would like to get to at least 150-page mark today, but that wouldn't do well in my trying to read 200 pages a day this week. So if I have to read 200 pages a day, I need to get to page 230, which is another 130 pages, and it's 8:30, and I go to bed in an hour. So I don't think that's going to be doable. So yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Chloe finished her book. Yay. Congrats. Are you rating it? Made it back with 3 minutes to spare. Whoop whoop. I'm in the middle of a dramatic argument in Funny Story. What cannot wait to see what the end is in the next sprint. As in Funny Story by Emily Henry. Because I really enjoyed that book. Did I really enjoy that book? What did I give it? I read it for the Hopathon. What did I rate it? 3.5, I think. What did I rate it? 3.5. Yeah, I must have done. 3.5. I enjoyed it. It was good. Just I preferred Happy Place. And I'm only just slowly dipping my toe back into Emily Henry. So it was a good book. It just wasn't better than Happy Place in my personal opinion. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. 54 pages of Time War. That's a good shortened abbreviation of the long ass title. I like that. Time War. I know what you mean now. Took a reading break on that sprint and just watched some YouTube. Nice. I wish I could do that. I am getting so excited for Disney that all of today whilst I was working, so I was doing a lot of product design today, so that kind of means I can hone in on designing for work on my work laptop and then on my big computer in front of me. So I'll have my work laptop like here and I'll be doing work and whatnot. And then on my big computer, like as background noise, I had a hell of a lot of Disney vlogs on and oh my God, I'm getting so excited. I'm getting so excited. So I guarantee that when this readathon is finished and it's a month until I go, I'll be binging so many Disney vlogs. I'll be so excited. I've kind of like savored some of Adam Hatton's vlogs because he's one of my favorite Disney vloggers. So I've saved some of his vlogs so I can watch those all in the last month of my countdown. It literally looks like I'm about to cry. I'm just really, really tired. Sorry I'm late. No worries. We'll do one more sprint so you can join in for that. I have been reading now page 176 of my first Epcot book. Nice. I really wish I was in Epcot right now, but alas, I am not. 77 pages in that sprint. Amazing. I put Harry Potter to the side for a bit and just read 65 pages of it, 16 pages to go, so I'll finish that in the next sprint. Amazing. I read 3 pages and fell asleep. With my camera off, I went to read in bed, and we have quite a lot of like throw cushions on our bed, so I literally just like bounced into bed on top of like the duvet and stuff and kind of like made a cocoon around the cushions, and oh my God, I could have stayed there for hours. It was so cozy. I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep, but I didn't. And I guess that's a good sign of a good book. So yeah, I am really enjoying this. So I'm really hoping it turns out into a 5-star because that'll be my third 5-star of the month if that happens. And also, I'm usually really, really bad at predicting what books are going to be 5 stars for me. Even though I know what I love in books, I feel like when I give them that pedestal of like, I think you're going to be a 5 star, they always end up being a little bit flat, and not kind of like living up to my expectations. So I don't like predicting my 5 stars, but I kind of had to read this book for this prompt. And because I love practice makes perfect so much, I did kind of predict this one to be a 5 star, and I really hope it is, but time will tell. 3 stars was very clever, but it wasn't scary like the first one. It was more disturbed horror than scary horror. That's fair. I can understand that. I guess it depends on what you go into the book expecting. If you expected disturbed horror, then maybe it might have got a higher rating. But if you went into it expecting it to be scary horror, then I can see why it would only be a 3 star. What part do we just do? Just did Animal Kingdom. I don't want to chat for too long because I do want to start sprinting again, so we can kind of finish around the 9 o'clock mark. So if we go to like, maybe we've done magic, we've done animal. Hollywood would be the best place for more. We haven't got many options. 45 alien swirling saucers, 70 for Slinky, 45 for Tara, 55 for rock and roll. I want to do something that's less than half hour. What about Epcot? What does Epcot have? 25 for meeting Anna and Elsa. 25. We could do 25 for soaring. We could do 25 for soaring. Let me know if you guys would be down for that. I would love a 25 short, last power sprint of the evening. Finish just before 9 o'clock and then chat for a little bit and say night, because I think I need an early night tonight. I'm definitely starting to feel worse for wear. But I'm very glad I did go live tonight. I've absolutely loved it, and I've really appreciated you guys' company, and I've read a lot more than I thought I was going to read. So thank you, Chloe. Yay, I'm glad you all agree. I'm like, what do you guys want? Oh no, wait, I want 25, so I'm gonna find a 20-minute 20-minute queue time to kind of fit what I'm wanting. But I'm glad you guys are all on board, and you guys can go ahead and read for longer, but I will be in bed sleeping, hopefully getting rid of this cold, because I'm in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and I really don't want to be feeling like this going into the office. So I feel like I need a good night's sleep tonight. So without any rambling, if everyone's happy to do a 25, which it seems like it, let's do a 25. I was going to read another book, but I might just watch on YouTube. Yeah, I would as well. If I can never go straight from book to book. I have to give myself like a few hours before jumping into another book, especially if I go romance. Definitely can't do it. Thank you. So I'm going to get a 25-minute timer up. Let's go on Soaring. Soaring is a great ride, and also Soaring has a really, really good kind of like ambient sound. If you do want to look for some ambient sounds, I recommend Soaring is a really good one. So yes, I will see you in 25 minutes. I would call that perfect timing, like just coming up to 9 o'clock. Oh, perfect. I made a lemsip in that sprint to prep me ready for bed, and I got to page 120 of When in Rome. I updated my vlog because I think this now might be a 5-star. There was a Disney World reference in this book, so like, and then also just like I forgot about how much I love the characters in this world. And yeah, it's really just kind of like coming together now in terms of like I feel connected to the romance. I remember how much I love the three sisters, especially Annie, because obviously Annie's the main lead in Practice Makes Perfect. And yeah, just really enjoying it now. And I wish I could read more because I don't want to stop reading this book. I'd love to get to the page like halfway mark, like 150 today, because it's only a 300-page book. But I don't know if that's going to be doable. Like, it's 9 o'clock already. My cut-off point for bed is 9:30. So once I finish my lemsip, chatting with you guys, brushed my teeth and got into bed, I'm not sure I can read like 30 pages in 15 minutes, although I'd love to. So let me know how you guys all did. I thought it was only right to watch one of your vlogs during that. Well, thank you very much, Chloe. I do appreciate it. I've had a little insurge of subscribers during these sprints. So if you've subscribed from these sprints, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But thank you very much for watching. I also really like it. It might be weird that you like, I'm assuming you've watched the videos before and then come back and comment them all. But when I get an influx of Chloe comments, it does make my day. Yeah, it really does. So the fact that I had an influx of Chloe comments today was lovely. I read like 4 pages, I think, prep dinner, and then watched TikTok. Fair enough, only 25 minutes. The fact that you prep dinner, I'm sorry, but that's very late. I could not be doing dinner at 9 o'clock, but you don't have too long in 25 minutes, so I don't blame you for only reading 4 pages. Literally finished my last page in that bell. I've entered the park. Yay! Congrats, Marlene. Which park are you going to first? Are you going to try and complete other prompts? Let me know. I read a lot during this one, finally. Yay! I'm glad. Didn't find a next read yet, so I continued watching YouTube. That's absolutely fine. I got through 42 pages in 25 minutes. You hurt my brain sometimes, Emily. That's impressive. I got a little while before bedtime, so I'm going to make a fresh cuppa and get into bed with The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. That is the spicy... Is that a Disney retelling? That's not like Ursula, is it? Like an Ursula retelling? It sounds like it anyway. Page 205, more than halfway through now. Amazing. You started on like 170 something, didn't you? So that's an impressive amount in that sprint. We do indeed. We love the support. Yeah, I comment on many videos today. Emily has had a comment of a comment day the other day. I love it. It makes me so happy. It daunts me because then I have to respond to them all, and I don't like respond. I love responding to comments, but I don't like the act of sitting down and having to reply to comments. If that makes sense. Jack gets home super late and always wait for him. Oh, that's sweet though. So I've adjusted to late dinners now. That's completely fair enough. Like, I get that. Luckily, me and Mark are both in the same career, just in different companies. We're both graphic designers. He's more brand led with luxury kind of like hotels and stuff. And I'm obviously more of a product designer, a very different worlds, but the same kind of like structure in terms of like office based, 8 to 5. So we have very similar kind of like work hours, Monday to Friday, etc. So we are very streamlined in our routine of like staying the same. Finished HP and made some Insta posts in the remaining time. Amazing. Did you enjoy it? Let me know. I think weren't you reading Prisoner, or were you still reading Philosopher's Stone? Let me know. I will try and do a bit in Hollywood Studios. Nice. One of the best parks. Oh, I can't decide. Magic Kingdom for nostalgic. Animal Kingdom because I worked there, and Hollywood Studios because it has the best rides. So like, I can't pick between those 3. And then Epcot is just in a little island by itself. It's not my favorite. And if it wasn't for Guardians, I would really struggle to visit it every trip I go on. To be honest, there was a part break, so like 3 pages with the title on. That's fine. It's still an impressive amount. It is indeed a spicy Ursula retelling. Well, I know you're not partaking in Magical Hopathon, but that would work perfectly for Magical Hopathon. I don't know, obviously people would have noticed I'm wearing my Disney World t-shirt today. It's a very thick t-shirt as well, so I've been kind of sweating, especially drinking my lemsip, but I'm feeling better now. I've had some like medication in me.
This is so exciting. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it. The day that I go to California will be a major dream come true. Oh, to go to the park that Walt has physically walked down himself. So excited. One day, one day. I still read the first one, and I've got to be really honest, the story isn't great. Yeah, oh no, I would agree. I would agree 100% with that. I think if I reread them now, I wouldn't enjoy them from like a what's it called? From like a prestigious writing category, like well written, etc. I think it would just be a nostalgic value. But I'm glad the nostalgia has made it worth it for you. With that being said, I am going to call it a night here. Gonna brush my teeth, get ready for bed, and chill out for the next 25 minutes before I hit the sack or hit the hay, one of the two. Thank you very much for. She's gone twice now for not Disney, just that day trip. She's thinking of going out for 3 weeks. So I'm like, start of 2025. That's amazing. That'll be so exciting. Me and Mark want to do a West Coast California, West Coast America sort of like tour and hit up like the Grand Canyon, Vegas, the traditional kind of like road trip, and then hit up California Disney. But yes, thank you very much for joining me. I got distracted with Disney chat. You really did. You guys made the sprints as always, because I'm always just like, oh, I don't want to do them, and then I come and speak to you guys, and it always makes it worth it. So thank you very much for joining me. You are so welcome. Hopefully I'll do a couple more before the end of Magical Hopathon, which is the end of next Wednesday, which is crazy. I can't believe we're coming to the end of another round, but we still have a full kind of like magical week ahead of us. And I'll see you over on Discord or on Instagram in the meantime, and I'll see you all later. Thank you very much for joining. You are so welcome, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.